G'day good people, you've heard it here first. It's sailing into freedom versus Delos. That's if they can handle the pace, or whether they could be bothered or not, which is probably closer to the truth. What is this sailing into freedom versus Delos? Well, it's about matches over consecutive episodes, when we'll have within the matches rounds to see who's going to win the battle of the aluminium catamarans. He's building a catamaran, or Delos is building a catamaran. Sailing into freedom is also building a catamaran. So, round one. Who thought of building an aluminium catamaran first? Okay, well, I was on a cat many years ago, and I'm a cat person, and I've always been thinking about getting on to a cat again. But just because I've been thinking about it doesn't make it so. Now, I happen to have met Brian about 2.5 years ago in San Blas. Very nice guy. We spoke about catamarans. He showed me an aluminium catamaran design he was thinking of building. He's been thinking about this for many years. So, in all fairness, I think I'm going to have to give it to Brian and Delos as thinking of the aluminium cat first. Round two. Who's going to get their boat in the water first? Oh, that's easy. Not sailing into freedom. Money is so tight, in fact. Have you heard of a frog's ass? Or a duck's ass? Living on less than $9 a day, including rent, people, because every single dollar, cent is going into the boat. If you're gonna bet on anyone, bet on Delos to get the boat in the water. So, round two, Delos 2, sailing into freedom, zip. Round three, what are we going to be using our boat for? Well, sailing into freedom is going to be doing the Elcano World Challenge, which is to sail around the world without fossil fuels. Is this a bit reckless? No comments, people. It's not the Wisdom Channel. This is really going to be the world's first truly modern catamaran that's off-grid. I know you've got lots of fake channels that claim they're off-grid and they're never more than 10 miles from a shop, and it's mayday, mayday, coffee machine is broken, please send help. It's all that sort of bullshit. Off-grid, my ass. This is going to be the first true off-grid boat, modern boat, because lots of people have been sailing around the world without diesel fuels. We're talking about 500 years ago. So yes, we're going to do it. So basically, how are we going to do it? Well, we're going to be sailing the boat reasonably fast, spinning the props. The props spin the electric motors, and that will run the boat systems and top up the batteries. So, is it difficult, or is it going to be difficult? Yes. Is it novel? Yes. Is it reckless? Yes. There's 3 parts of this round, and we win all 3. We get 3 points for round 3, so sailing into freedom wins match 1, 3-2. Now come on Brian, I dare you to do match 2, 3 rounds, and be fair people, just like sailing into freedom was in match 1. Now some may argue this is some cheap publicity stunt to get the word Delos in the title with competition and that we win, you know, clickbait. And somewhere up in the Scandinavian region, nothing but holiday bliss and pristine wilderness where nothing bad ever happens. Well, almost never.
Hey Peter, back into boring Belgium and ready to start working on the build again. I must say the car's gonna go back to the dealer this weekend, but it's still not as good as a boat.
So who is going up on the Gofundme Column of Heroes this week? We have Greg Mickelson. Greg has been a long-time supporter of the channel, being on the PayPal list, Kickstarter, Welder list, and now twice qualifying on the GoFundMe campaign. So Greg is going on the Champions Column of the Column of Heroes. Not sure why there's a King's Crown there to represent the Champions Column people, but you know sailing into freedom's special effects. There's nothing special about them. Other people also going up on the Champions column are Thor Christian Svenevig, Don Goldston and Bob Glens, just to name a few. To be drawn up on the boat this week, we have Bjorn Torferson for the second time, James Smith for the second time, Marcus Schmidt, Dennis Nevin, Jonas Scheld, Andrew Kerr, Wayne Parsons, Matthew Shoup for the second time, Colin Packer for the second time, Craig Malcolm, Gear Hogg for the second time, Rick Hollinsworth for the second time, that's without a G, Joanna Adler and Robin Butler for the second time. Speaking about boats, you guys have not had some cutting, grinding and welding for a whole week. Well, you're in the right place. You're welcome, you're welcome. Sometimes between the bulkheads and frames there is a flat spot or shape that doesn't conform to the plans. So the guys are doing their usual thing and bring the shell plate out to conform to its design shape. This is what I see as the only weakness with aluminium. It adds more hours to the build in getting the hull shape to conform to the correct shape. But if you know how to do it, and these guys do, then it's no problem. The stiffeners have been removed from the dagger board, so let's check out how straight it is. We might have a problem. The strop that's holding the dagger board might be a bit too long because we can't get it high enough to drop it in the dagger board cavity. So I think he's going to do that again. Now that the hull has been reshaped here, I'm going to go check out inside to see how it looks and feels. Now that it's cooled down a bit, I'm finding these spots inside so I can feel the shape and smoothness with my hands. Feels pretty good. Checking with the straight edge, looks good to me. Now there is the strongest bow of a 48 footer on Earth. You guys did a good job. Bloody amazing. Odyssey number 6 will soon be coming. I think people wanting to buy great catamarans finally see the benefits of aluminium as a boat building material. It is superb. If you want more information about the Odyssey 48 or the Odyssey 55 or the Odyssey 62, then send me an email. Now I can't stand in front of a blower because the welders need it way more than me. Now don't be alarmed, 36 degrees with 96% humidity, feeling like 46 degrees, and there being no breeze at all, means that a hole in a hose is immense relief. Now I'm not shoving this down my pants, good people, it's merely under my top. Under my pants came later. This is typical at lunchtime. It's so hot that we all lie down on the cool floor, including me. But let's go check out what the local kids are up to. I just found some kids. They want to go on YouTube. They're fishing. People after my own heart, people. Hey! You can't say that on my channel. I have to bleep that out. You guys are going to be famous. You're going to be watched by at least 7 people. Possibly in the double digits. But only on a good week. That's it? Yeah. Subscribe. Who we got? What's this?
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube? Oh, he's got it.
Xong chưa fan? Đợi tôi vô.
Oh, I thought he ran home to get a piece of paper because he wanted my autograph.
Ok, đây rất là bình tĩnh.
Well, I have been working a lot, people. My mind's not working. Not sleeping. Oh, slingshot. Oh, baby. I can fix that.
What the hell?
Wow. Wow, these guys are high tech. Usually I used to get a fork in a tree and cut it off, you know, wooden. Stop.
Yes.
What are you catching? What fish?
Ok, đầu tiên có cái gỗ, what the fuck? Nhìn nó đã nữa.
Ah, they're fishing for perch.
Câu cá gì? Good yêu. Cá gì?
Ah, good on you.
Người ta cá mới kỹ người ta chưa khoe đó, mình có cá chút xíu mình khoe.
Wow, hold it up and out front. So it looks bigger. There we go. Woohoo! There you go. Got to teach the kids something. All right. Bye bye. Tạm biệt. Tạm biệt. Wow, I'm famous just here for 3 minutes.